Moroccan Empire. Asian Al-Moroccan Empire, Moorish Empire.
United States for America.
Moorish National Republic Federal Government. Societas Republicae Al-Moroccanos. Moorish Divine and National Movement of the Earth. Northwest Mexim plus Northwest Africa plus North America plus the North Gate. All adjoining islands. Temple of the Moon Ande Sun. The true Ande de jure natural peoples plus heirs to the land. I.S.L.AAM. Universal Sovereign Original Indigenous Ancient Natural Divine. Written Universal Commercial Code 1 Affidavit and Writ for Possession. A launch to all Moorish American financial statement liens in Article the 3rd Court Actions. Quo warranto mandamus restitutio. Fiduciary trustor trustee attorney with facts. Byron Calvin Rodgers, a living bay, at Maryland Territory. Treasury and Internal Revenue, January 2, 2025. Ancient, law made manifest commerce ande merchanti ministry 2 Rajab 1446. Moorish American Consul number 000000120, Moorish American Consular Court Action. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity. This is a universal original indigenous sovereign ancient Article 3 United States Supreme Court action. I am Sovereign Living Justice Byron Calvin Rodgers. My free chosen sovereign appellation is Byron Zahar Bey. All are in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, ande in proprio heredes. We, I, and all Moors are the sovereign living justice in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink, in proprio solo and in proprio persona sui juris, in propria solo and in propria heredes. We are capit ide corpus juris legalis, which is our statement that we are the lawful and legal natural head and body for our empire. All Moors are the original indigenous sovereign ancient Moroccan Moorish American ascendants of the great Pharaohs of Kemet and of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites, Hittites, Shemites, Israelites. Our full faith and trust, our allegiance, our credit and our energy are hereby vested in ourselves, for we are the people who are the original indigenous natural divine ancient empire state for Morocco and the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Washington District. For Colombia, the Universal Moorish American Consulate, the earthwide Article 3 Moorish American Consular Court, and the Article 3 Living United States District for Columbia Court. Forever we are executing and exercising the law by our sovereign status, which is the original indigenous natural divine sovereign ancient Article 3 Living United States District for Columbia Court, and we are the sovereign fiduciaries, creditors, executors, trustees, ministers, possessors, attorney in fact, and titles beneficiaries for and in this cause for action and for all land, all natural resources, and all commerce. We are peace. We are one nation, one state/nation state, one empire and one God. We hereby recognize ourselves and accept our sovereign ascension, issue a universal Creditors Bill for possession and custody over all land, all natural resources, all commerce, all other property, and any judgments debtors. We demonstrate divine law for all possessions and custodies over all lands, all natural resources, all commerces, all other properties and any judgments debtors. We the one true God nation are peace, and we hereby exercise all eternal ancient sovereign rights at this time and at all points in time nunc pro tunc. These words are living words, and living winds from the land spoken from by and for all Moors. This is the law of and for Moorish American nationals within the lands of the Americas. Deuteronomy 28, Revelations 22:1-21. And he shewed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God and of the Lamb. Deuteronomy 28 verse 12. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. Remedy law notice to all. Treasury and internal revenue. Applies in all. Preamble. By the guiding of his father, Ahia/Yahweh, and Ishi Shaddai is spoken in Hebrew, Allah, the great God of the universe, to redeem man from his sinful and fallen stage of humanity back to the highest plane of life with his Father. We are thankful for his holy prophet for divinely preparing the Holy Quran that we may learn to love instead of hate, for every man needs to worship under his own vine and fig tree. May peace be upon our holy prophet. For this reason, for the record, we the living spirit and curators for our nation and earth by our living divine will, to be as plain as possible, on the land of our Creator of the universe, for the uniting of Asia, the Americas, and all ancient peoples on the land of the Americas. This remedy law is instruction for the redemption and recoupment of credit as it relates to Moorish American nationals, our inheritances, estates, our treasury, internal revenue, any other financial institution that we engage in commerce with, and as a command to all subjects in the office of our financial institutions to follow. All subjects in company charters of the Treasury and Internal Revenue, in the Americas, shall comply with the following: the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1786, 1787, 1836, the Great Zodiac Law of Peace, the Universal American Constitution for the United States, Constitution for the United States of America 1789 and 1791, Zodiac Great Seal Constitution of the Moorish Nation, reference at Title 22 Foreign Relations and Intercourse Chapter 2 Section 141, 142,143, Articles of Confederation. 1781, Universal Declaration of Human Rights and Rights of Indigenous People, and Moorish Zodiac Constitutions as the foundation for all commercial interactions, engagement and intercourse in relation with Moorish American nationals' accounts, transactions, and universal commerce on the land and at our ports. In the Americas, subjects shall abide by and comply with all instructions and laws as stated from the sovereign Moors, Moorish American nationals and our sovereign governments as we implement and complete reversion of our estates, restatement of accounts to reflect our true living status, transition our accounts to reflect our Moorish sovereign delirium credit and currency system, and state commands as a whole or individually, when we deem necessary, to update, restate, or correct any account, company policy, standards or law, at any ports on the land in commerce. Subjects are to adhere to commands, instructions, and any living Moorish American national, issuing commands via any of their sovereign governments and conveyance mechanisms from living Moorish Americans in our ancient Al-Morak United States Barbary States United. Our sovereign governments and conveyance mechanisms are Moorish Divine National Movement of the World, United States for America, United States for America Republic, Empire State of Morocco, Moorish American Consular Courts, Moorish American Treasury, Moorish Science Temple of America, Moorish American Consulates, Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Moorish nationals of any other Moorish religious organizations, and is stated by any sovereign Moorish American government on the land of the continental Americas. Moorish American nationals self-govern with and by sovereign authority over our lives, all natural resources including subjects in the office of any financial institution, charters, treaties, constitutions, court actions, all real property corporeal and incorporeal, estates, trust, hereditaments, financial institutions, systems, intelligence, accounts, records, instruments, technology, credit, lands, air, ports, waters and any person engaged in commerce with the lands of the Americas. All subjects, in the office of identifying as U.S. citizen, are foreign to the Americas and subject to the Moorish American people. All subjects are to do as commanded by the living American nationals. We have no debt within our universal commerce, and no thing will be withheld from the living Moorish American nationals, our natural persons, and our conveyance mechanisms in our commerce. We command control over all universal commerce within our dominions, including the Treasury, Internal Revenue, corporations, all financial institutions, exchanges, writings, instructions, systems from this present day into perpetuity. This is implemented immediately without interference, delay, hindrance, abuse, molestation, trespass, opinion, foreign corporate policy, nor any attempt at slavery, depravity, imposition from or by any persons that may lack comprehension or ability to follow. These laws and instructions, without any foreign corporate entity interference nor subject nor system nor intelligence nor any other agent actor attempting to assert any false hypothecation or fraudulent statutory authority. This law is stated for redemption of all credit, our estates, accounts, hereditaments, instruments, investments, and energy. All prior instructions, reporting, deposits, transactions and actions are launched to and shall be considered restated under our sovereign conveyance mechanisms in alignment with all sovereign Moorish governments' liens, levy, bonds, credit instruments, systems, documents, notices, court actions, good faith actions, affidavits, document numbers, sovereign identification documents, published documents received or displayed, contracts, notes, data, in and all systems via all system intelligences. Databases, digital and internet systems, transactions, mail, writings, publications, authentications, assets, delivered and deposited by living Moors to financial institutions, all notes, bonds, bills of exchange, face value certificates, legacy trust accounts, all accounts, statements, insurances. Deeds, grants, restated forms, presentments, misrepresented instruments bearing our mark/autograph/signature and documentation held by any and all systems, all in all including Moorish American nationals and their natural persons, the Moorish National Republic federal government, and all other documents instrumented that have been delivered, past, present day and future, by the living Moorish American nationals, Moors in the Americas. Any instruments delivered in any way to any subject at or in any financial institutions, for conversion are active fully and available to the Moorish American nationals for exchange as referenced in Public Resolution No. 10 of June 5, 1933. Sovereign living Moorish American peoples in North America have access to sovereign credit as referenced by instrument and document credit number, MACR 999,999,999,010105905, Magnar 999999999, etc., dated April 19, 2019 for the present day and to continue into perpetuity, presented, noticed, delivered and deposited via Jovita Carranza, subject in the Office of Treasurer of the United States via Treasury Building located at 1500 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, Washington, District of Columbia. Territory Receipt Number RE375453780 U.S. dated April 19, 2019, including all Moorish sovereign delirium treasury deposits. 1 Moorish sovereign delirium universal al Moroccan gold delirium is equal to 1 American dollar and 1 American dollar is equal to 1 sovereign delirium in lawful money including Moorish sovereign delirium gold receipts as stated. All universal commerce and all systems are under our sovereign authority as stated by treaties and constitutions and instructions, as it relates to our returns, commerce, reporting, recoupment of credit, non-tax obligatory status, refunds etc., without any and all other feftment, trusteeship, abandonment, loss, misrepresentations, molestations, trespass, delay, and or abuses. Notice to all systems. All accounts are active, including all accounts of Moorish Americans held in any trust, all inheritances of decedent estates and accounts due to them or released to them by heritability, as the registered owner wherever so held, all their instruments, reposits, delivered to any financial institutions, treasury and internal revenue via mail or as stated in accounts by numbers, records, and accounting including reposits identified as income, until the present day, are released and available. For all Moorish American nationals, Moors, to include all other delivered applications, instructions and affidavits delivered to any subjects in the office of at and all financial institutions, all systems, are active, shall be available and released to all living Moorish American nationals without delay, interference, trespass, theft, hindrance, abuse, trusteeship, abandonment, loss, misrepresentations or restriction by any subject in any office of any financial institution in commerce including its systems and intelligences. Notice to all subjects and all systems. To remedy and end all unnecessary confusion, controversy, stagnation, and repugnancy being implemented against the living people in the land of the Americas, indefinitely. All words in this document are defined by our restatement of and stated in the Universal Commercial Codes, the Black's Law Dictionary 3rd, 4th, and 5th editions and as the reference for all financial institutions in universal commerce in existence and intercourse with the ancient Al-Moroccan Moorish Empire. The indigenous peoples in ancient Al-Morocco Americas, which is also called the States United, Asia Major, Al-Morocc, United States of America, United States for America, Al-Moroccan Republic Society, United States Confederation Republic of North America Moorish Empire, Gaia, Ancient Amexem Land of Mu, Ancient Al-Moroccan Empire, Terra, Mary, Ancient Tamoriland, United States, Maryland, Pantera, Ancient Amexem, Al-Morican, Ancient Morocco/Al-Morocco, Turtle Island, Northwest Africa. North America, Maghreb Alaska, Moorish National Republic Federal Government, United States Republic of Indigenous Nation, People of the Continental United States, United States Confederation Republic of Moorish Empire, Confederation Republic Continental United States, the Continental United States of the Indigenous Moorish Nation, Societas Republicae Al-Moricanos, Barbary States United, the Promised Land, Land of God, Moorish Divine and National Movement of the World, Northwest Amexem, Southwest Amexem, Central Amexem, lands of our ancient mothers and fathers, ancient civilization of Mu, the Moabites, Tamoriland, ancient Egypt, ancient Atlantis, the Great Melting Pot, adjoining Atlantis and Americana Islands, land of Earth, the Holy Land, Earth, and this is law for any other location on the Americas continents, etc. All is law. Tax reporting is voluntary. Any reporting or accounting action will be for converting bad debt from the previous error debtor system to our living creditor system, as referenced at 26 United States Code subsection 166 for any wholly worthless debt on ledger for release to balance any double book ledger, and in any informational transaction history or accounting stated as income. Instrument deposits being held in financial institutions and corporations' databases, internet storage files, are our assets, of which are due payable to the natural persons and are converted to be recouped as credit, to our system for us and our estates, trust, accounts, fully and in alignment with and allonged to all documents, actions, court actions, instructions, universal commerce activity and in relation to the above stated peoples, treaties, constitutions, agreements, instruction, the living sovereign self-governing governments on the lands of North America. And as stated by living Moorish American nationals, by our sovereign Moorish power, by our sovereign authority, for all living Moorish American nationals, present-day enjoyment. Tax reporting and filing is not required for Moorish American nationals and all taxes non-obligatory and only voluntary, subjects are to reference, as defined in 26 Code of Federal Regulations Ch1, April 1, 03 edition, and Public Law 91-677 subsection B2, 84 Statute 2061, and no fee, duty, prize will be assessed or imposed against the sovereign people for any reporting or accounting reported. For the original indigenous people, we are the people, the grantors for all nations at earth and all treaties and constitutions at earth, all universal commerce actions in and at North America, and Earth Realm, in all jurisdictions, all jurisdictional locations, on the land, air and water. All accounting, reporting, transactional and credit instrument, returns, assets, are for all living Moorish American nationals and their natural persons' use, benefit, interest, freedom, life and liberty. All subjects and public servants are bound by oath to our Constitution to fulfill their duty, these instructions, and will do as commanded by the sovereign people. Public notice to all. We are the living people, ancient original indigenous we the people, the living heirs of our vast estate, we are alive, living on the land, not dead, nor lost at sea. We are at peace and have no enemy. We speak with one voice, we are one nation, we are one God, we are one empire and all the Moorish Empire states in North America are united. Our universal commerce is fully active, available for our use and immediately released to each of us upon deposit of any instrument, document, instruction, and or command and to continue into perpetuity for all Moorish American nationals in North America. There is nothing frivolous in any of our actions nor instructions. There are no debts on our lands, we have no debt in our universal commerce for we have unlimited universal sovereign credit for our use, for our sovereign nation, peoples, each natural person, sovereign governments and empire, for our enjoyment during our lives, while we are living in the present day, for our heirs, beneficiaries, ascendants, nation, tribes, bands, clans, etc., earthwide and worldwide, and this is the law. Any instructions/reporting is for processing credit recoupment through our treasury or internal revenue. For our trust is in the Most High God whom created us, all is law. This remedy law is stated as clear instruction, to remove any assumptions any subject may have while interfacing with the natural people of the land, our natural persons, estates, states, trust, transmitting instruments, tools, financial institutions, accounting, accounts, instruments, reporting, deposits, transactions, records, information, returns, refunds, recoupment, return of assets, instructions for immediate release of assets or return of credits, all other, energy, documentation, in all jurisdictions and territories on the lands, shore, and within the dominions of the Americas, on earth, including all realms, land, air, water, and sea. Remedy law notice to all. Treasury and internal revenue. Remedy and recoupment law. Law and policy implementation shall deliver primary credit recoupment directly to the Moorish American nationals via their living estates, trust, natural persons, transmitting instrumenting tools without interest including all due account balance to their account principal by the creation of credit account transaction as defined by, as a reference the United States Code subsection 1666D treatment of credit balances, A through C, as recoupment to them and the total face amount due for the account. Held on ledgers of each financial institution's accounting public and private bookkeeping, without delay, for all accounts of record, with assistance of the public administrative systems of the financial institutions' systems, persons, and intelligences as servants of the people, to process all forms necessary for recoupment to the American people via their natural persons. To express nationality all Moors, misclassified as Negro, Black, etc., will deliver by mail and or hand delivery, a copy of their nationality proclamation, declaration, legal notice and or publication, autographed documents or by producing a copy of their sovereign identification, as stated in the referenced credit instrument and document's credit number. MACR 999,999,999,010105905 Magnar 999999999, etc., dated April 19, 2019, shall be the only necessary action to claim their Moorish American nationality and indigenous status in the Americas for all institutions as may be necessary as proof of status and to update their accounts to reflect the same. All Moorish Americans above the living age of 21 are above the age of majority as referenced in the I Am an American Day Act of May 3, 1940 54 Stat 178, and no other action to prove their age or in sovereign authority is required for restoration, revisions, recoupment, and reparations. The living Moorish Americans of the majority age, above 21 years, and are the heirs/creditors as relates to all commerce, notes, instruments, reposits, credits, documents deposited to any corporation, financial institution, or account, and has the natural birthright to receive the face value of each exchange instrument and all instruments deposited immediately upon deposit save the 10% cost due to any financial institution or corporation that exchanges or converts their instruments. Whether for sale or transferred by investment in all accounts, whether held in trust, or in a misrepresented account as a John Doe or Jane Doe, or by their sovereign security number, or stated in book entry form or in any other way, shall be corrected to reflect all living Moorish Americans nationals that prove their sovereign Moorish American nationality, birthright heritages, as stated above, are the correct owner of the account in their estates, trust, or natural persons shall reflect as sole heir beneficiary/beneficial owner, or as they deem necessary, by and with their instruction to the subject in any office of each financial institution or corporation they are in universal commerce with or a part or hold an account with. San Antonio Water System versus Guarantee Company. USA, 2024, Pullman v. Reliance Insurance Company, 1962. This is the laws as pertains to universal commerce with Moorish American nationals, their accounts, in/at, Treasury, Internal Revenue, and all other financial institutions. Charters shall be the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1786, 1787, 1836, Constitution for the United States of America 1789 and 1791, Articles of Confederation, Universal Declaration of Human Rights and Rights of Indigenous People, Zodiac Constitutions, and all other treaties, instructions, and restated bylaws stated from Moorish American nationals and our sovereign governments from each sovereign Moorish government in the lands of the Americas and are stated by each living sovereign Moorish American national. Implemented as a whole and or individually when necessary to update, restate, or correct any laws as one may deem necessary for their international accounting, banking, and universal commerce and intercourse with institutions. All engaged in commerce subject to the supreme law of the land. The non-tax obligatory and exemption from taxation shall apply to all their accounts, reporting, deposits, returns, refunds, in all states, all jurisdictions, and in all universal commerce, indefinitely as remedy and recoupment of all credit/investments, to the people by way of their natural person, as referenced at beneficial owners as relative to 26 Code Federal Regulations subsection 1.671-5. As it relates to all commercial contracting transactions in the technologic systems of all various financial institutions whom transfer asset bearing the mark/signature of the living people. So for all abuses the Moorish American nationals, their ancestors and heirs, have endured as a sovereign people under foreign occupation in the Americas since Roman calendar year 1830. All of its sovereign conveyance mechanisms, their hereditaments, are to remain in a not-tax status, non-tax obligatory status, active in all jurisdictions, without malice, trespass, abuse, recourse, or infringement of any of their natural birthrights, natural persons, and any other property as it relates to commerce, or tax, or impost. No living Moorish American shall be reduced to a debtor's prison for an alleged commercial crime or non-injurious infraction against anyone. Do not detain Moors, nor trespass Moorish Americans on the land or sea. These bylaws shall apply to all corporations, financial institutions, internal revenue, treasury, and to include all other financial institutions that a copy of these laws and instructions are received by such financial institution or corporation, person, and all such shall remain subject to the ancient Al-Moroccan Empire, Moorish Empire, the living Moorish American nationals, their sovereign governments and their natural persons, and the supreme laws of the land while engaged in universal commerce with the living Moorish American nationals, the ancient autochthonous sovereign original indigenous American peoples and their natural persons, on the land, air and water and all other ways in commerce. Living people shall not ever again be made booty or prize for a non-injurious alleged commercial crime. All accounting due them, and all deposits as instruments, electronic tender, assets, medium of exchange, assessment of ministerial work performed, and or instruments deposited for exchange are and shall be converted as perfected instruments. Moorish sovereign delirium credit instruments are nominated in Moorish sovereign delirium gold receipts, Moorish sovereign delirium credits, sovereign credits, bank credits, Moorish sovereign delirium, gold or silver, and or lawful money of the United States, and shall be immediately released to them from the Treasury and Internal Revenue. And as remedy and access to their unlimited credit, upon their deposit/exchange of any financial instrument, in any financial institution, they shall recoup dollar of dollar in face value, save 10% for service or exchange cost, directly to their natural person or by their chosen conveyance method. These laws shall remain in effect perpetually or until all financial institutions engaged in universal commerce with the living sovereign American people cease in the Americas as it relates to the public and private commercial intercourse. As stated in the above preamble, these bylaws can be further restated and elaborated on by the living Moorish American nationals via their natural persons as they deem necessary and for their personal needs, without need of any statutory provision or policy. The living sovereign Moorish American people shall no more and not ever again be treated or deemed lost at sea, shall no more be usurped or misrepresented, shall no more be engaged or represented as a U.S. citizen located in a fictional 10 square miles offshore near District of Columbia, D.C., or its possessions, shall no more be assumed as a fictional dead entity or a decedent estate, nor their accounts hypothecated as abandoned, but the contrary shall remain in effect. No undeclared Moor shall be treated as a slave, and no undeclared Moor shall interfere with any commercial action of proclaimed, declared, Moorish Americans/nationals. All U.S. citizens, U.S. persons, subjects, corporations, and all living subjects in the office of corporate states, financial institutions, corporations, United States of America and its subjects shall remain subject to the Moorish Empire, Moorish American nationals, the sovereign Moorish American ancient governments, while within the Americas into perpetuity is stated by the supreme law of the land, and all engaged in commerce are subject to the supreme law of the land. Any subject that attempts to usurp the authority of the sovereign Moorish American people shall be immediately removed from the Americas by any Moorish American declared constitutional officer, Moorish American Consul, and sovereign government on the lands of the Americas, North America, and Maryland Territory. In alignment with our sovereign living government and Congress, and all Moorish Americans' intention and will. As we stated in the statement for Documenti 10105905, and as our Commerce Ande Merchanti Ministry. All is law. Islam, as Salamu Alaikum, Vita Maikum. Shalawam. Shalom Alaikum. Baruch Hashem Elion. Selah. All ancient sovereign original indigenous Moorish nationals justices/viziers/ministars en propria persona sui juris en proprio solo ande en proprio heredes autographs affirm for this action ande all sovereign United States for America government documentes are on the public record at the ancient Moroccan Moorish Empire Americas, nor the Amexem/Northwest Africa/South Amexem/North America/nor the Gate/adjoining Islams. Chronos time immemorial into perpetuity 2 Rajab 1446 Hijri. January 2nd, 2025 date, 2025 Greco-Roman Tuesday, January 2nd. Ego sum. Byron Calvin Rodgers in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink, in propria persona sui juris in proprio solo in proprio heredes. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. And all. Empire State of Morocco. Moorish National Republic Federal Government. Moorish American Consulate. United States for America.